Many a book is like a key to unknown chambers within the castle of one's own self. Only people afflicted with the same disease understand each other. I think we ought to read only the kind books that wound and stab us. Convulsive gaiety is much sadder than openly expressed sadness. Women are traps which lie in wait for men everywhere, in order to drag them down into the finite. It is much easier to oppress your neighbor if you know nothing about him. Conscience then does not torment. Faith is the axe of the guillotine, just as heavy, just as light. It is not difficult to love ones who leave. The meaning of life is that it stops. Through the paradise of vice you reach the hell of virtue. By believing passionately in something that still does not exist, we create it. The non-existent is whatever we have not sufficiently desired. I have the true feeling of myself only when I am unbearably unhappy. A thought expressed aloud immediately and completely loses its meaning. Written down, it also always loses it, but sometimes it acquires a new meaning. With a real enemy, boundless courage is instilled in you. Since it couldn't get any worse, it got better. The first sign of the beginning of knowledge is the desire to die. Youth is happy because it has the capacity to see beauty. Anyone who keeps the ability to see beauty never grows old. When a woman shares her problems with you, most likely she does not complain, she trusts you. Don't waste time looking for obstacles, they may not exist. Don't marry the one you love, but marry the one who loves you. One of the most effective temptations of evil is the call to fight. From a certain point onward there is no longer any turning back. That is the point that must be reached. The path from the head to the pen is much longer and more difficult than the path from the head to the tongue. The book should be an ice pick for the frozen sea within us. Man has long refused to participate in the creation of the world and responsibility for it. The true path goes along a rope that is not stretched high, but above the earth itself. It seems to be designed more to be tripped over than to be walked on. What we call evil is only an inevitability in our endless development. The more you trust a person, the more he is seducing you. Anyone looking for evidence of infidelity hopes not to find it. What is possible and tolerable for the four of us is impossible and intolerable for this fifth. Besides, there are four of us, and we don't want five of us.